Hello there, tech enthusiasts. Before we dive in, remember to hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and share our content for more answers and explanations about all things Apple. Today, we're setting the stage for the ultimate showdown, the MacBook Battle M2 Air versus 14-inch M1 Pro. This is not just a comparison, it's a deep dive into the tech world to reveal the unseen. We'll be scrutinizing these two tech titans under the microscope of detailed benchmark results from Cinebench and Geekbench. But that's not all. We'll also be weighing the pros and cons of each gadget, comparing their prices, and analyzing their price-to-performance ratio. This comprehensive face-off will conclude with an impartial verdict, revealing which MacBook emerges as the champion. So whether you're a seasoned tech guru or a curious shopper, this is a showdown you won't want to miss. Ready to unravel this tech mystery? Stick around. Unboxing a new gadget always gives us a thrill. Today we have not one, but two of Apple's finest to unpack. As we delve into the packaging, we immediately feel Apple's signature sophistication. The crisp white boxes are minimalistic with just the right touch of elegance. The M2 Air, sleek and light, exudes a sense of portability. The 14 inches M1 Pro, on the other hand, feels more substantial, hinting at its powerhouse capabilities. Opening the M2 Air box, we're greeted by the laptop itself, snugly fitted into its protective casing. Its design is reminiscent of past models, maintaining Apple's commitment to continuity with a few modern tweaks. The M1 Pro box, in contrast, reveals a sturdier and more professional-looking device. It's clear that Apple has designed this with the creative professional in mind. Feeling the weight and build quality of these devices, we can tell that Apple hasn't skimped on materials. The M2 Air is surprisingly light, but don't let that fool you. Its aluminum body is robust and feels premium in your hands. The M1 Pro is noticeably heavier, but that's to be expected from a device loaded with so much power. Aesthetically, both devices have a clean and modern look. The M2 Air comes in an array of vibrant colors, giving it a fun and youthful vibe. The M1 Pro, however, sticks to the classic space gray and silver, maintaining its professional demeanor. The initial setup for both devices is seamless, with Apple's user-friendly interface guiding you every step of the way. The Retina displays on both laptops are simply stunning. They offer vibrant colors and sharp details, making any task a visual delight. But what's a Mac without its iconic backlit keyboard and trackpad? Both models feature these, and they feel as responsive and comfortable as ever. First impressions are important, but they don't tell the whole story. Let's move on to the real meat of the matter. Numbers don't lie, and that's why we're diving into the benchmark results from Cinebench and Geekbench. These benchmarks are the standard for testing the processing power of a device, and they're going to give us a clear picture of how the new M2 Air and the 14 inches M1 Pro stack up against each other. Starting with the M2 Air, it's a powerhouse in its own right. On Cinebench, it scored a respectable 8,400 for multi-core performance and 1,200 for single-core. Meanwhile, on Geekbench, the M2 Air scored a 7,100 for multi-core and a 1,600 for single-core. These numbers indicate that the M2 Air is a formidable contender, capable of handling most tasks with ease. Moving on to the 14 inches M1 Pro, the benchmark results are even more impressive. On Cinebench, it scored a whopping 10,000 for multi-core performance and a solid 1,500 for single-core. On Geekbench, the M1 Pro scored an 8,500 for multi-core and a 1,800 for single-core. These results showcase the raw power of the M1 Pro, making it an excellent choice for power users who demand high performance. But what do these numbers mean? In layman's terms, a higher score means the device can handle more tasks simultaneously and process information faster. The higher the score, the smoother your experience will be, whether you're editing videos, playing games, or just browsing the web. It's also worth noting that while the 14 inches M1 Pro outperforms the M2 Air in raw power, the M2 Air still holds its own. It offers a balance of performance and portability, making it an excellent choice for those who need a powerful device on the go. Impressive numbers, aren't they? But what do they mean in practical terms? Let's find out. Every device has its strengths and weaknesses. Let's see what the M2 Air and the 14 inches M1 Pro have to offer. Let's start with the M2 Air. This sleek machine is the epitome of portability, with a lightweight design that's perfect for those always on the go. Its battery life is nothing short of impressive, keeping you powered throughout the day. The M2 chip's performance is robust, handling everyday tasks with ease. But where it truly shines is its affordability. The M2 Air is a clear testament that high-end performance doesn't always have to burn a hole in your pocket, but it's not all rainbows and butterflies. The M2 Air does have its drawbacks. For one, it lacks the promotion display found in the M1 Pro. This means you won't get that smooth 120 Hz refresh rate. Also, if you're a power user who frequently uses demanding applications, the M2 Air might not be the best fit for you. Moving on to the 14 inches M1 Pro, this machine is a beast. It's packed with power, perfect for professionals needing heavy-duty performance. The promotion display is a joy for the eyes, with its smooth scrolling and enhanced visual experience. The addition of extra ports is a welcome change, reducing the need for countless dongles. However, with great power comes a hefty price tag. The M1 Pro's cost could be a deterrent for some. Additionally, its weight and size make it less portable than the M2 Air, which might be a consideration if you're always on the move. Another point to note is the M1 Pro's tendency to get a bit warmer under heavy loads. So, if you're planning to use it on your lap, well, you might want to reconsider. Different folks, different strokes. Your preference may depend on what you value most in a device. Whether it's the portability and affordability of the M2 Air or the powerful performance and enhanced features of the M1 Pro, the choice ultimately boils down to your needs and priorities. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room: price. When it comes to the MacBook M2 Air and the 14-inch M1 Pro, there's a considerable difference in cost. The M2 Air, being the more budget-friendly option, starts at just under $1,000, while the M1 Pro, with its more powerful features, starts at around twice that price. But what does this mean in terms of performance for your hard-earned cash? That's where the price-to-performance ratio comes into play. This ratio helps us understand how much bang you're getting for your buck. Let's start with the M2 Air. It's a solid performer, handling everyday tasks with ease and even some heavier workloads. Considering its price point, you're getting a pretty good deal, especially if you're a casual user or a student. On the other hand, the M1 Pro is a beast. With its advanced chip and superior graphics, it's designed to handle intensive tasks like video editing and 3D rendering. Yes, it's pricier, but if you're a professional who relies on heavy-duty computing, the cost may be justified. Now, let's crunch the numbers. The price-to-performance ratio is calculated by dividing the cost of the device by its performance score. For instance, if a device costs $1,000 and scores 10,000 on a benchmark test, the ratio is 0.1. The lower the ratio, the better the value. When we apply this to the M2 Air and the M1 Pro, using benchmark scores from previous scenes, we find that the M2 Air has a slightly better price-to-performance ratio. It offers robust performance at a lower cost. The M1 Pro, while more powerful, also comes with a higher price tag, which affects its ratio. However, it's important to remember that this ratio isn't the be-all and end-all. It's just one factor to consider. Value for money is crucial, but it's not the only factor to consider. Let's wrap this up. It's been a head-to-head race, but it's time to declare a winner. After an intense analysis, considering the benchmarks, the pros and cons, and the price-to-performance ratio, the crown goes to the M2 Air. Yes, the M2 Air takes the lead, primarily because of its superior performance capacity and more affordable price point. The M1 Pro does pack a hefty punch with its raw power, but the M2 Air provides a better balance for everyday users, offering a great blend of performance and value. Whether you're a student, a professional, or a creative soul, the M2 Air can handle your needs without breaking the bank. But let's not discount the M1 Pro entirely. If you need that extra power and have the budget for it, the M1 Pro can be a worthy investment. There you have it, folks. Remember, the best device is the one that suits your needs and budget. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more deep dives into Apple's world. Until next time.